Welcome to the Rich Life Reframe podcast. We've been given an amazing opportunity in entrepreneurship that's never been available in any other time period. We live in a reality where the number of lives we impact can be directly reflected by the dollars in our bank accounts. This podcast is all about living a truly rich life that goes beyond the amount of income that we make. It means living the good life and existing in a state of freedom, security, and well-being. In this podcast, we'll be going through quick reframes that can help you get your mind right so you can truly live the life that you've always dreamed of. That being said, let's hop into this episode. Welcome back to another episode of Rich Life Reframes. This is a podcast and also a YouTube video currently, if you're watching it. If you're listening to it, welcome back to another episode. I am really excited about talking. Actually, I'm nervous to talk about today's subject because it's something that I have experienced in my own business in a lot of different ways. So just sharing a little bit more about what that looked like for me, but also what I've seen from my students when it comes to people who have gone through my programs and a pattern that I've noticed that can make a really big difference in people's success and their ability to keep scaling and keep growing and keep, rapidly moving forward. So what I want to talk about is giving you complete permission to stop looking for your business savior. And what I mean by saying business savior is telling you that there is not one single coach, there is not one single program, there is not one single tactic or strategy that is going to be the end all be all answer to hit your goals. What I mean by that is understanding that that level of permission and that level of ownership has to come from deep down. That radical personal responsibility has to be a decision that you make in your core, that there is not one single coach who can tell you the answer. There is not a single course you can buy that will give you the answer. It always is going to come from inside, and knowing that deep knowing, that gut instinct of if something's a good idea or not a good idea. You always know. You don't need someone else to tell you it's right. You don't need someone else to teach you the way to do it. And understanding that this is a really normal phase that almost all business owners that I've met, that, personally, that I've gone through as well. And knowing that, I remember being in that cycle of, oh, this is the course, that shiny object syndrome, right? So like, this is the mentor, this is the program, this is the mastermind, this is the thing that's going to finally get my business to the level that I want it to be at. And it wasn't until I had an energy shift in my own belief in myself that my business finally started getting to the level that I wanted it to get to. I had to take that ownership. I had to do the work. I had to go all in the belief that this is the best thing ever that I could create, instead of asking for other people's approval all the time, instead of trying to get that validation from a coach, from a peer, from, a mastermind buddy or something. I had to dig deep into my knowing that this was the best thing that I could create, instead of looking for that validation outside of myself. So this behavior is really deeply rooted in self-doubt and fear. So when you think about that shiny object syndrome and really backing your way out of it and thinking, where does this come from? What is the underlying thought process behind this? It's because it's fear-based, right? You're jumping from topic to topic, focus to focus, pivoting in different directions because there's an underlying fear that either you're not enough or the business is not enough. So you're going to constantly jump from either coach to coach or even your own offers, your own focuses, because there's that fear of missing out. There's that deep, just that underlying self-doubt that comes out when you're thinking about what tactics should I use, what strategy, what's my focus, who's my coach, what courses should I buy. When you know deep down who you are and what you have to offer to the world and what your superpower is and how you can translate that into a product that has a demand, that's when you can stop relying on outside feedback and you can get to that minimalistic strategy where you always know what to do next. You can be consistent because it's simple. You can have a clear idea of what your path moving forward is because you're not constantly being pulled in all these different directions based on what the strategy of the day is. So when you are operating with that fear of failure, that fear of making the wrong decision, and the doubt, that can be completely crippling to your growth because You're always second guessing yourself. You're always, wanting to make a different decision. And you think that all of the answers lie outside of you, but that couldn't be further from the truth. Everything you need to know, you already know. So the real problem isn't just the strategy or the tactics, it's your mindset. So when you think about things as only going 90% of the way on every strategy you try because you don't fully believe in it, or you get pulled in this other direction when you're, halfway into actually launching the thing, you're never actually giving yourself a chance to prove that it's working, or even giving yourself a chance to fall completely on your butt and fail and learn from that failure and learn what didn't work or what could have been done differently. When I launched my first tiny offer funnel, which is what my brand has become known for, it didn't sell at all. Nobody, literally nobody bought the thing, right? I put up a funnel, I ran ads to it, I had this product, this, thing that took me months to create, and no one bought it. Because I was looking to other people for ideas, I wasn't listening to what I innately knew people needed help with, which is visibility. What people are saying is, oh, if I just knew what to say, I would show up more. I knew that I hadn't listened. I hadn't really been excited about the product that I had created because I was taking feedback and taking input from all of these other people. So until you do the work, until you get clear on what you want, on what your gifts are, until you own your greatness, you're going to continue looking to other coaches, to, bouncing around from idea to idea. And that will keep you treading water instead of, making the great strides that you know that you can make in your business. So until you get this right, nothing will actually click, nothing will work. You'll keep searching for that next savior, that next course, the thing that is going to throw you the life draft for your business. But in reality, it's you, and it always has been you. So just listen to the gut instinct, listen to what you know in your body to be true, to be the direction that you should go, and run towards that as fast as you can until you fail, and then learn from the failure, and then keep running even faster towards the next failure. The faster you fail, the faster you will learn, the faster you'll build that momentum towards the thing that will continue working or will work. And that's really the best way to get that momentum and work towards scaling in the actual direction that you want to grow. So thank you so much for being here. Just a reminder to subscribe to the channel, leave any comments with questions that you might have. I would love to hear from you. Love to answer your questions here on YouTube. Feel free to leave those in the comments. If you're listening to this as a podcast, just a reminder that we have that podcast contest where if you leave a review every single month, we draw the winner of a spot inside of my signature program. That's a $2,000 value. You get access to Tiny Offer Lab just for leaving a review if it's the best review. So every month we vote on what we think throughout the team. We look at all the reviews. We vote based on, which one is the most detailed, which one is the most exciting, which one we feel really connected to. We vote as a team to find that winning review, and then that person will be given access to Tiny Offer Lab. So just a reminder to leave that review on Apple to be entered to win, and then you can, submit your screenshot. You can see all of the contest details at alliebjerk.com/podcast-contest, and we'll leave that link up in the show notes as well. So thank you so much for being here with me. I love all of you, and I hope you have a fantastic rest of your day.